Ladies and gentlemen, we are here live at NDC Security here in Abuja. I just want to respond to some of the things that the Minister of FCT said yesterday when he gathered a cross-section of Nigerian journalists, where he treated them as though he's the king, and he sat on a chair and he never even allowed the journalists to even ask him some very vital questions. And when they did get asked some questions, he behaved as though he's the king of Nigeria. He's even behaving as though he's the president of Nigeria. But one of the things that he said I needed to respond is when he said, must P2B be on the ballot? Must Atiku be on the ballot? Must NDC or ADC be on the ballot before there is democracy? Onyeso, Wike, we want to tell you that P2B and Atiku and other opposition parties will be on the ballot. Democracy is the government of the people, for the people, and by the people. And therefore, for there to be a functional democracy, the democratic space has to be open for everybody. So where you plan to shut out one political party, would be right to say there is no democracy. We know the plan of APC. APC does not want opposition in the next election. That is why they are using the courts. That is why they are using every means. They are using government, agencies, and all to see that opposition party. And what Wike said yesterday actually reviewed the plan of APC, because Atiku and P2B are the main opposition parties or opposition leaders in this election. For Onyeso Wike to say that, for him to have that courage to say that, oh, must Atiku be on the ballot, oh, must P2B be on the ballot for there to be a democracy, has reviewed what everybody has been saying all this while, that this APC does not want opposition. But we are going to shock Wike that at the end of the day, if APC wants a functional democracy in this country, then everybody must participate. If they don't want a functional democracy, that means there is not going to be election. It means that Tinubu himself is not going to participate, and Wike himself is not even going to be minister next time around. So if they want a democratic process, therefore the democratic process should be open for everybody. And for Onyeso Wike to have said what he said yesterday, that should put Nigerians on notice that this people does not want election by 2027. And we should take him seriously when government officials, when somebody who is not even elected, who is just a servant of the president, a minister is served at the pleasure of the president, when he can arrogate to himself such power, such arrogance, what I would call arrogance of power, to make such statement that is not supposed to be heard, from any government official. It means that they have seen this country as a banana republic. They have seen that they don't see anybody. Wike have arrogated himself as the king of Nigeria, and therefore he thinks he can just make any statement. But Nigerians should be on the notice that these people are mindless. That statement is obnoxious. That statement is repugnant. That statement is selfish. That statement is anarchical. That statement is something that can bring anarchy to the short. Wike is calling for anarchy in the country, and we want the security agencies, to take notice, because we know that at the end of the day, they have actually strangulated the courts. They have used the courts as a place where they go and get any judgment that they want. But whatever they think, let them be careful that they don't burn down this country. Let them be careful that at the end of the day, there is not going to be anarchy in this country. Let them be careful that at the end of the day, they are not going to destroy whatever our foreigners have built. So this statement is to Onyeso Wike to tell him that Atiku of ADC is going to be on the ballot. P2B of NDC is going to be, and other opposition parties, no matter how small the party is, democracy should be open. It's a government of the people, for the people, and by the people. And therefore, we cannot have government officials make statements that even mad people cannot make. We cannot have, people who are using our taxpayers' money to call a press conference. And, I pity, the Nigerian, press. Because when I watched that press conference yesterday, I cried. I cried my heart out, because I saw a people who were incapacitated to even ask the vital questions. And even when they ask this question, the kind of answers they were getting is something that, even mad people cannot say. It had been rumored that this man is a drunk. And from that press conference yesterday, one perhaps could believe such rumor that maybe he may have taken a lot of alcohol. So for the purpose of arguments, we just have to believe that whatever he said yesterday, he did not say it with his clear eyes. Perhaps the rumor that he takes alcohol might be true, because such statement cannot be said by somebody who is sane. It is only a madman or somebody who is drunk that can make that kind of statement. But at the end of the day, the opposition parties are going to participate in the next election. Peter Obi is going to be on the ballot. He's going to participate. Peter Obi is a full citizen of this country. He has all the rights. He has even done more to this country more than Onyeso Wike. Onyeso Wike is somebody who has fed off government. He has never had any tangible work he has done throughout his life. He has been somebody who has fed, from government, coffers. And that is why he arrogate to himself such powers to make such kind of obnoxious statement. But what we are telling Onyeso Wike and his co-travelers and Bola Ahmed Tinubu and APC, Peter Obi is going to be on the ballot, NDC is going to be in the next year's election. Not just Peter Obi and other opposition parties like Atiku and Co. All of us are going to be on the ballot. All of us are going to go for the election. We are going to contest 2027 election, and NDC, by the grace of God, is going to win. Inshallah, come 2027. Onyeso Wike, avent and quit our side. Let the earth hide you.